Hi everyone, welcome to your part yoga practice. My name is Jem and it's an absolute honour to be here with you this weekend. I'm from Part Yoga Mindhead, and if you haven't heard much about Part Yoga yet, then just to let you know that it is an incredible charity set up to help us, all of us, more of us, get outside and reconnect to our outdoor surroundings. So reconnect with nature. And a beautiful, simple way of doing that is through our practice of yoga. So at the same time, we make this connection, but we also come in and make this connection with our body, with our heart and our mind. And by moving through our practice, really helping to maintain a healthy body, healthy heart, healthy mind. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. Part Yoga is a family event, and there are different Part Yoga stations set up all around the country. So have a look on the website to see where the closest one for you is. And they're donation based. This is how Part Yoga is sustained. So if you feel that you can, there's no pressure, but if you feel that after this practice you want to donate a small donation, then you can head over to www.parkyoga.co/donate. And I'll give that again at the end. So today's practice is going to be primarily focused around the spine. Okay, so we're going to use our practice to move it, to find some rotations through it, to send it in other directions that it's not normally in. You know, we're very much upright, kind of moving forward in a linear direction. So we'll play and explore. And by doing so, we get to stimulate through our energy body, through the chakra system. Also stimulate this incredible nerve that starts at the brain stem, that goes all the way into our gut, the vagus nerve, which helps us move out of this very much on and react mode into rest and digest and to recover, heal, restore. So it's all good stuff for us today. Okay. We'll start in a sitting position if that works, whether you're sitting or you're up against a wall or something. Perfect. Just give that ambulance time. We'll send a breath of love to whoever that is going to. Cool. And then let's find our seat. So hands could be at your knees, they could be resting on your lap. Just bringing the eyes in and watching this breath. So as you watch your breath, noticing parts of your body that feel heavy and the parts that feel light. The parts of your body that feel at ease, and perhaps the other parts that might feel a little tense or tight or just kind of signaling in some way for your attention. And you might use these next few breaths just to reach out with the inhale to touch each and every part you are aware of in your body. And with the exhale, it might just be a silent yes or okay, or I feel you. Or perhaps an exhale of just love and compassion, kindness towards your body. And by doing so, we start to hold space. Starting to hold space for you in every part of you. And as you start to hold space, perhaps giving yourself permission to be just as you are. No expectations from you, from me, from anyone else. The space we hold around ourselves, this space on the mat. May it be an encouraging space for us to be curious and for us to explore. Acknowledging or allowing the energy that was behind your decision to be here this morning to come to the surface. It doesn't need words, it doesn't need a reason. But this intention. Your body, heart, mind knowing exactly why you're here and what you need. And as we hold space, can we step out of our own way slightly and allow those parts of us to take what they need from this next hour? To soak up and absorb, to be nourished, to be held, to be seen. Not by anyone else, but by you. And as you start to sense your spine, just notice what shape it's in. If you, in this sitting position, you might feel that you can come into a more upright position and feel that gorgeous S bend through the spine. You might use an inhale to either travel up or down the spine. And then the next breath to go in the opposite direction. Using the power of this third eye, this sight inwards, to see our spine. Maybe even posing the question, do I have my own back? How does that land? Does that resonate in any way? If not, let it wash over. Often we are seeking outwardly for validation or acceptance, love, the answers, for more knowledge. In these moments, are we able to rest in our own power, to sit in our own power, our own strength, our own beauty, our own intelligence? Maybe opening or softening to the idea that it's all here. It's all here. Choosing to stay here in your silence, or you could bring your hands together, heart space, and move through the sound of Om with me. So in a moment, I'm going to guide you through a breath in and a breath out, and then we'll use the second inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, making this sound Om. See how you go. You're more than welcome just to receive. But if you wish to join me, press down through the sitting bones, lengthen through the sides of the body so there's space. Take a big breath in through the nostrils, fill the lungs and the belly. Big breath out, you might even feel the lower abdominals press towards the spine. Another breath in to prepare. Made that sound, just noticing the vibrations move through you and beyond you, waking things up. Lovely. And then opening your eyes, bringing your hands to your knees. Take a big breath. Maybe bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then let them drop. We'll do that again. We'll start at the top of the spine, just taking your gaze over your right shoulder. Keep your ears level as you do this, your eyes soft. And we can bring our eyes back to the middle, back to the front, and take your eyes over the opposite shoulder. Gaze is soft. And then bring your eyes back to center. Might imagine you've got a pencil at your chin, and we'll just draw a big circle, an imaginary wall in front of you. Could be a little circle to start with. We're not overdoing it, just allowing this part of our body to move. And it could go in the opposite direction. And we're just gaining feedback on the muscles in the neck, the cervical spine. Lovely. Then bringing your hands at your sides, so your elbows are kind of in towards the sides of your ribs, the palms face up. And just see you can start to turn. They're little turns from side to side, but it's a really light movement. It's fluid if you can. Your eyes might come with you. They might stay more central. You might even feel the air moving through your hands if you're outside or inside. We're just getting into not only kind of around the muscles and the bones, this part of our body, the spine, but also just trying to work with the fascia, so all the webbing in the body that wraps and surrounds everything. And as we move through today's practice, we're really focusing on this spine and giving it the freedom to move. Okay? Lovely. And then pause. Okay, so from here, let's take our hands up off our knees and take a little turn towards your right. So you'll find your left hand on your right knee, your right hand somewhere behind you, and this is a very gentle turn, so we're not wrenching our way into a twist, just holding this twist for a few moments. And then your eyes could stay in the direction they're facing, towards the side of your body. You might bring your eyes forward. You could even turn your neck again, so your chin is hovering over that front shoulder. You could stay here, or send your eyes now out towards the opposite direction. So out towards where your hand might be resting on your knee. So not only again working through the vertebrae, but we start to stimulate this vagus nerve. It starts at the brain stem, and it's got all these little branches that move out towards the eyes and the mouth, lungs, heart, belly. Great. Bring your eyes and chin back to center. We can look towards that side, pick up our hands and bring them back. Let's take our twist in the opposite direction. So gentle twist to start with. Gaze is towards this side now, towards your left. Taking your chin maybe over the front shoulder. Staying here, taking your eyes back towards the left. A few breaths. This can feel a little weird, especially if you're doing the eyes. But obviously there's lots of muscles there too. Great, and then bring your eyes and chin back to center. Bring your hands back towards your knees. We're going to take our arms up towards the sky now on an inhale. Reach through your fingertips and just allow the shoulders to soften, almost like the armpits can melt down towards your hips, and then your pelvis gets really heavy. Can you imagine your lungs inflating and maybe even breathing in from the outer sides of your body? Cool. Okay, what we'll do from here is cross your arms, so you've got your left hand on your right knee, your right arm on your left knee. Round the spine, bring the chin in. Take a big breath there. You might even feel the breath able to move between the shoulder blades around the back of the heart. Maybe down towards the back bottom of the lungs. Arms are kind of active. You might be able to bring the shoulders a little bit further away from your ears. Perfect, we'll bring the eyes up. Keep your right hand where it is, but we'll take our left arm, unthread or unravel, and take it up towards the sky. Can you imagine just breathing in now through this lung, through this outer side of your body on the left side? Great. And then you could stay here, or we'll start to work the shoulder and work the spine with the breath. So option to stay here, or take a little lateral bend as you lean over towards the right side, arm below you, working a wee bit here to help keep you supported. Chin away from your chest. Feel the lower ribs kind of move forward slightly, and then there might be more space to reach over your head. Perfect. Let's come back into a neutral spine, bending the left elbow now, and as you bend it, you're kind of bending it away from you. As you bend it away from you, you'll feel a little turn and twist, and then you might even feel like the heart can move towards the sky. Then we're going to reach round the spine and reach out in a diagonal direction. So your arm is kind of hovering over your right knee. And then choose a breath. It might be an exhale to come back as you feel the heart lift. Elbows moving away from you, so the shoulders working. And then reach forward, round, and that arm is still active as the arm kind of moves out of the shoulder safely. One more time. And then maybe inhale, reach forward. You could carry on with that. You could come back to where you were, or change the movement so you tap your knee now, and then choose a breath to take your arm up towards the sky and keep circling it down to maybe tap the floor behind you. Could be an inhale to reach up, could be an exhale to tap, could be the other way around. Be curious and explore with your breath what gives you more space, more freedom, and more fluidity. Last one. Great. Bringing your hand back towards your knee. Let's come into a nice neutral spine. See if you can lift the heart. It's a little tricky with the arms across your chest. But maybe lift the heart, feel that nice bend in the lower back, maybe gaze up. Come back to a neutral spine. So, what is it? Your left hand is around your right thigh, will unravel. And now take the right arm towards the ceiling or the sky. Looking for an upright position first. You've got your little anchor here through the lower arm. You could stay here or lean now over towards the left. So lower ribs come forward just a touch. You're reaching out through the top arm. Still breathing. Press down through both sitting bones. Nearly there. Cool, come back into a neutral spine. You're more than welcome to rest or move with me. As you exhale, bend the elbow. Take it behind you. Let the spine and your gaze follow. And then reach out in a diagonal direction. Choose a breath that works. See if you can slow it right down so you can feel all those muscles working. Some working, some stretching, some doing both. Last one will bring you back, elbow back, and then reach forward. Choose to stay, choose to come into an upright position, or tap your knee and then circle back. Just playing with this range of motion through your shoulder, as well as warming up the muscles in the torso and around your spine. There might be one more that brings you back, hands back around your legs, and we'll round again. Round, bring your hands up off your legs and just wrap them around opposite shoulders. You can lean forward and let your elbows hang heavy. Really encourage the rounding of the spine, chin in. See if you can get that breath to spread a bit further down the body. Great, bringing your eyes up, neutral spine. So last sitting position, if your legs are getting tired, they need to rearrange. Feel that you can do that. We're going to now bring our hands behind our head. So interlacing fingers, press your head into your hands. If you're in a cross-legged position, press down through the outer feet and see if you can kind of squeeze the legs in towards each other, the inner legs. If your legs are long, press down, squeeze in again. And then start to turn from the middle spine, either towards the left or the right, doesn't matter. You should feel a bit more engagement through the sides of your body, belly, back of your body. We'll return and then relax everything and notice how your posture changes. Now press down through outer feet, spine lengthens, squeeze in through your seat, inner legs, and take a turn to the other side. Perfect. Unravel, relax. Let the hands go away. Let's come into tabletop position. Give these knees a moment. Tabletop position, and then gently bringing yourself back down onto your belly. So the legs are free. They're nice and long. Stacking your hands, resting your head on your hands. I just want you to take 5 rounds of breath, if that's comfortable, here on your front. If not, you can come into child's pose, or you can come and lie on your back. But allow your body time for the weight to pour forwards into the front of your body now, so that you can start to feel this compression around your chest with the earth just moving towards your lungs. And on the next breath, see if you can reach out towards the floor, towards the earth with the inhale. As you exhale, can you slow that breath down and maybe sink a little further towards your mat? Inhale. That compression at the front allows the breath to move more towards the back of the body, getting into all that tissue there. Back of the lungs, spine. Exhaling. 2 or 3 more rounds. We're using this oxygen, this prana, just to come in and acknowledge the thoracic spine, the tissue surrounds it. This might help with our mobility as we move through our practice. Great. Slowly bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Press down through your hands to bring you back into tabletop position. Okay, so let's give the spine some free movement here. And it might be a snaking from side to side. It could be the skip rope with the spine. It could be cat and cow. Let the head go as well, so make sure that nothing is too stationary. Amazing. And then we'll pause. Okay, so let's turn on some of the muscles through the front of the body too, just to help stabilize us later on. We're going to press down through your hands, press down through your knees, your shins, spread the toes wide, and then almost feel that you can pull your heels of your hands towards your knees. Now your tailbone kind of lengthens just slightly towards the end of your mat, finding a nice comfortable position for your spine. Neck is long. Here long enough just to feel perhaps a little shake or a warming through the front of the body. Just getting these muscles out of bed. Great, and then pause. Maybe find your cow position with the belly moving forward, sitting bones wide, heart forward. And then we'll find cat by pushing through your knees, your shins, your hands. Let the crown of your head move towards the floor, round through the spine. Come back into your neutral tabletop. Starting to feel the sides of the body now. So what I'm going to do is try and keep my ears level, but send my left ear towards my left shoulder. Now I feel the muscles of my neck turn on. Keep that ear and shoulder now move towards my ribs. You can feel those muscles through the lats, maybe a bit further down the ribs turn on. And then keep all of that, and it's like your ribs are moving down towards that hip on that side. You need to tuck your chin slightly, feel free. Just give the sides of your body a moment to wake up. Great, and then slowly lengthen through that side of the body, come back. Maybe you take a round of cat and cow before we move through the right side. So neck is long, ear moves to shoulder, shoulder moves to ribs, ribs move to hip, without trying to swing your hips around. Subtle, but it should feel quite strong. and then slowly come back to center. Fantastic. Okay, let's wake up through the feet a little bit. So we want to use them later on. So we're going to push the floor away. Feel your arms nice and strong and active. Feet start to open. Slowly come forward into your table. And then push the floor away. Send your sitting bones back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, moves back. Inhale, come forward. Let's untuck the toes. Now feel your pelvis move forward, and your pelvis kind of gets heavier. Bend your elbows at the same time. Try and resist the floor even as you lower, as the floor gets closer to you. And then we're back on our belly. Hands going to stay underneath the shoulders now. Press down through the tops of the feet. Feel the belly button move towards the spine. Roll shoulders onto the spine, and let's lift the back of the heart, back of the neck, back of the head, all in one piece. The gaze can come forward, the heart moves forward. So let's turn the muscles on around lower back there. Take your time. Amazing. Lower your chin back to the mat, tuck your toes. Elbows stay close as you bring yourself up into tabletop position. This time walk your hands a bit closer to your knees. Let's roll over our feet so we're in malasana or our squat pose. You could stay here with your hands on the mat. You could bring your hands together. You could take your left hand just out in front of you, roll the right shoulder onto your spine, gaze around. And you're challenging your arm and leg. So your arm presses into your inner knee or thigh, and at the same time, the leg gives back the same amount of feedback. Great. And then come back. Other hand comes forward, tiptoes out towards the side. Roll left shoulder onto the spine. You could stay here or turn these muscles on by squeezing arm to leg, leg to arm. Great. And then come back. Use your hands to gently press you up into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Let your hands find opposite elbows, bend the knees forward, but then start to press the front of your thighs towards the space behind you and see if you can lift your sitting bones at the same time. There's still a nice little bend in your knees. So it's like your spine is a waterfall now, pouring right out through the crown of your head. Amazing. Let's bend the knees forward, bring your hands to your hips, press down through your feet, slowly rise into your Tadasana, mountain pose. Bringing your feet slightly closer together, hands face forward, eyes closed. Pull your weight into your feet, maybe even kind of bounce with your feet still grounded, a little bounce in your knees and your shoulders, helping shift any stale or stagnant energy, not only around the spine, but around the rest of your body, down towards your feet. And then we'll find stillness. A few breaths here. Maybe bringing your hands to your heart, checking in. Are you still holding space for you? Is your body still able to express itself honestly, without judgment, but be encouraged in its honesty, with understanding, kindness? And then releasing your hands, keeping your eyes closed. Sense, without touching it, where your back is. Feel the energy come behind you. And allow yourself to walk forward with your eyes closed. So this question again, do you have your own back? Do you feel its guidance taking you to the front of your mat? You'll know when you've come too far, when you think you've arrived, Tadasana. opening the eyes. Okay, so making sure your feet are a comfortable distance apart. Soften the knees, really press down through big toe mound, little toe mound, center of your heel. Can you imagine squeezing your legs towards each other, and then at the same time your outer hips, outer legs, outer edges of your feet are moving towards the outer edges of your mat. Yeah, tailbone moves down, so your legs are really strong. But there's this light space, this sukha through the top of the body, sthira, steadiness through the bottom of the body. We're going to take our arms up towards the sky. Palms are slightly apart, fingers spread wide. And then let's take a little lateral bend again, over to the right to start with. So like we did sitting, we've got this nice lateral curve in the spine. Can you press down through the outer edge of the right foot for me? And then from the waist up, it's like that energy is reaching up and over through your fingertips. Chin is slightly away from your chest, your lower ribs move forward just a touch. Let's come back to center. Make sure you're pressing down, squeezing in and pressing out through the legs, tailbone moving down. Inhale, get a bit longer through the sides of the body. Let's come back to where we just were. Now you've got the option to stay here, or your lower arm, right arm, might reach forward now. It kind of looks like this. And you're reaching out through both arms as well as pressing down through your feet. Yeah, nice. Inhale, come up to center. Arms above your head, slowly bring them down to the sides of your body and slide down your legs. Let's bend both knees. See if you can keep your left fingers maybe on the floor, or maybe they come to your shin. But keep bending through that left knee as much as you need to. Start to press like we did in our forward fold. I say left, I meant right. Your left leg, that thigh starts to press towards the space behind you. So you start to feel the hamstring on the left side, and we'll take the left elbow fingers towards the sky. Keep the spine long if you can, and a little turn at the neck to wherever your eyes are most comfortable. Keep bending into the right knee. Great, that arm slowly comes down. Bend both knees now, press into the heels, sweep your arms up overhead. Slight distance between the palms, press down through your feet, squeeze out slightly, and then lengthen through the sides. On an exhale, you're going to move into the space that is left behind on your left side now. So the other side that you went to last time, okay? I get mixed up all the time. Lovely. On the next breath in, come on up. So set up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, move into that space. You can feel from your outer hip all the way down your leg, outer edges of your foot. The energy is moving down, grounding, rooting you here. The other energy is moving from your waist upward. And then see how you feel about that lower arm reaching forward now. We're getting into that fascia, yeah? Body loves spiral movement, if we allow it. Great, come all the way up. Bend the knees, hands to hips, slide all the way down your legs. Bend heaps into the left knee now. Plant those fingertips somewhere. Start to press the right thigh to the wall behind you, or the sky behind you. Bush. Other arm to the sky. Very nice twist. Hamstrings waking up too. Bend both knees. Perfect. Find your forward fold. Maybe take opposite elbows, opposite hands once again. Let the head go. You might sway from side to side. Amazing. Okay, let's bend the knees. Slowly bring your arms back overhead. Palms touch. They're going to find the space just in front of your heart. Spread the toes wide on the right foot. Let's pick up the left foot and just place it a small distance behind you with the top of your foot on your mat. So you're going to start to feel the initial stretch over your ankle, top of your ankle. Bend into the standing knee just a touch. So your hips kind of over your heel. Feeling that leg work as you start to press the left thigh again towards the space behind you. and that stretch will be a bit more present. You can decide how much you want to go there. Keep the front knee soft. We could take a little twist and turn now towards your right leg. So away from your ankle stretch. You can hear those sirens, maybe another breath of hope and compassion. Cool. Come back to center. Can you lean forward just a touch so that your toes are now lighter and you can lift them off your mat? Your standing leg is still doing a lot of work for you. Now, we're going to lift this floating heel, and as you lift that floating heel, the heel pushes towards the space behind you. As it lifts, your chest lowers, so you might end up diagonally, you might end up horizontal or parallel with the floor. The inner seam of your leg rolls towards that imaginary center line through your body. Then bend the standing knee again, quite generously here, so you can land those toes at the end of your mat and you're in your lunge position. Back toes are tucked now, heel off the ground. We'll take our arms up towards the sky, broaden the front knee. Your shoulders soften. As you squeeze the shoulder blades together, feel the arms come out towards the side of your body, and maybe they meet behind you or come to your lower back. Broaden the front knee, squeeze the inner thighs. Keep the back knee soft. Option to turn here again towards that front leg. We've just been here, slightly different. And then unravel. See what room there is to turn in the opposite direction towards the open space. No expectation, just see what's here. Nice. And then come back to center. We'll take our arms back towards the sky, straighten through the front leg, spin on the back foot so the heel grounds. Your foot might be horizontal, might be at a slight angle, heel out slightly. Bend the front knee, warrior two, arms out shoulder height, gazing at the hand in front of you. So I'll demonstrate where we're going with this, and then you choose to follow, you might stay. I'm going to drop the back hand and send this top arm up into reverse warrior. So if you want to follow me, feel free. Broadening through the front knee, pressing down through the feet, feel a nice side stretch, and then a turn of the heart towards the sky. Okay, so this is where the movement starts. You could stay here, or this top arm starts to move around my body, bringing my hand to my lower back. At the same time, the hand behind me comes forward to my heart, and I'm going to lean halfway over the front thigh. And then press down through my feet, but keep that front knee bent, keep the warrior legs as I slowly unravel and come back into reverse warrior. Make sure the back leg's strong and the blade edge of that foot is grounded. Choose to spiral in again if you wish. Keep the back leg strong, press down through both feet as you slowly come up into your reverse warrior. Last time if it's there. And then come up and let your arms make most of the space around you. Nice, we can straighten through the front leg slightly. Bring your arms back out, shoulder height. Reach forward as far as you can, your hips move back. Lift the palms and tilt. Press that outer front hip in if you can. Feel the lower ribs move forward towards me and along the mat. Can you press down through both feet so there's length through each limb? And then check where your head is in space. Is it like mine in an uncomfortable place? Can you lengthen through the neck and take your eyes into a comfortable position? Amazing. Okay, let's rebend into our warrior two. Back arm sweeps down and forward, picking up the heel of the back foot with it. So you're now back into your crescent lunge. You could stay here or lean forward again, arms out in front of you. You could stay here or sweep your right arm back out behind you. Reach through both arms and feel the spine lengthen. Gaze is down, crown of the head moving forward, tailbone towards the hand it's close to. Great. Both arms forward. Fold. Find the earth, step forward. Let's take a halfway lift, hands to shins, knees bent but thighs pressed back, heart forward, spine is long, gazes across the floor. Exhale, bend the knees and fold in. Really fold in. Chance just to check in. And then press down through your feet, take your arms wide. Slowly does it as they reach the sky. As they reach the sky, can you open through the front of your body? Press the heart skyward. Exhale, bring the hands to heart. A few breaths. Cool. Okay, let's try the other side. So spread the toes of the left foot, pick up the right foot, just slightly behind you. Tops of the feet on the mat, slight bend in the standing knee. Ankles get asked a lot of in our practice, but don't often get a lot of love. See how you feel about maybe straightening through the back leg, just a touch. Press down through that standing foot, but keep the knee soft. Press the palms together, and then maybe take a little turn or twist towards the left side. Yeah. All right, let's unravel. So preparing for our warrior three, we just come into a place where the toes are light on your mat, their right foot. Extend through the heel of the back foot, flex the toes towards the shin, so now that leg's strong. And now start to lift your heel as you lower your heart into a place where you're comfortable. Turn the inner seam towards the center line of your body. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Maybe dial the right hip down slightly, lift the standing hip. And then bend the standing knee so you can get low and reach back with your foot. And land lightly. Cool. Okay. That's what balance is about. Having a smile and a laugh sometimes. So crescent lunge. Soften both knees, squeeze the inner thighs, maybe lengthen the thigh bones. But keeping the back knee soft, you'll feel the tailbone has more space to move downward. Yeah, we'll take our arms to the sky. So start to squeeze your shoulder blades together and notice how your arms move out towards the side, and then feel the hands get a little bit closer together. You might interlace your fingers if your hands are close, or keep them at your lower back. Okay, keep the front knee bent. Scissor the inner thighs, almost feel like you can squeeze the hips towards each other and allow that turn and twist to happen towards your left side. Unravel. And now let's explore this open space towards the right. Great. And then come back to center. Just taking the arms up towards the sky. Straighten through both legs now and find your warrior two. So if you feel like you've got a lot of weight pouring forward into that front leg, maybe straighten up, turn on the back leg, press down through the outer heel of that foot, and then lightly rebend your front knee. Yeah. Okay, let's flip the front palm, find your reverse warrior. So broadening through the front knee, keep the hips low, side of the body opens, little turn of the heart towards the sky. Choose to stay here or move with me. So let your arms really explore the space around you as you turn at your spine. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your lower back. Lean halfway forward. Keep your legs where they are, but keep pressing down through your feet to unravel into your reverse warrior. Hands come away and swim through space. Bowing forward. And swim through space as you celebrate this heart. Last one. Like taking a bow here. Come forward. Nice. and then unravel into your reverse warrior. Let's straighten through the front leg. Take your arms out, shoulder height, reach forwards. Hips move back, flip the palms and tilt. Press down through your feet, but can you drop through your shins? Maybe send your booty out behind you and wrap that front sitting bone under. Take your eyes where your neck is comfortable. Cool. Warrior 2, whenever you're ready. Back arm sweeps forward. Picking out the back heel, you're in your crescent lunge. You're welcome to stay here or lean halfway forwards. And you're sweeping your outer hand back. So the arm closest to your inner knee reaches forward, the other arm back. Your gaze is down and you're reaching and looking for length through your spine. Lovely. On an inhale, sweep both arms forward and slowly come up. Bring your hands to heart, knees are springy. You can either step forward or bring your hands to frame your foot and step forward. If you're folded, bend the knees, sweep the arms up towards the sky, palms touch overhead. And then bring your hands together at heart space. Taking a few breaths. See if you can slow the breath. Bring your awareness back to those gorgeous shapes through your spine. Checking in, are you still holding space? Opening the eyes. Bringing your hands down. The outer edges of your legs, forward fold. You might bring your hands to your mat, step both feet back, and let's find downward facing dog. So knees soften, push through the palms. It's almost like your biceps can open two jars here, so they roll out. Lower ribs soften in. Can you press through index finger and thumb and feel the hips move back in space? And then bring one knee to the mat, other knee to the mat, big toes together, knees wide. Before you go anywhere, let's find cow, sitting bones wide. Come up onto your fingertips, and then keep pushing the floor away through your fingertips, and let your sitting bones come back to a place they're comfortable in space. Let the hands, the elbows rest, let the head rest. Take your time to be here. You're so welcome to stay or come up onto your knees. If you're on your knees, you might press down through the right hand and feel the left elbow lift and feel those fingers go to the sky. And then your arm can thread through the space underneath you, bending your right elbow, just hovering shoulder and ear off the mat, and then press down through your hand again, right hand, to take the opposite arm skyward. You could stay here or move all the way through. Keep flowing or gently let your shoulder and your left ear come to the mat. You might bring your palms together with a gentle press, feeling the length of your arms. You could stay here or take the top hand to the sky, bend the elbow, let that hand rest on the opposite hip crease, or take it out to the front of your mat. Wherever you are, let's stay steady in this quiet space. 4 breaths. Your 4th breath, you might bring your palms back together and then bring the top hand in front of your face and gently unravel, maybe sending left elbow, fingers to the sky once again. Great, bringing that hand to the floor, moving through the other side if that feels comfortable. So press down with everything on your mat so that you can feel a lightness through the right arm and hand, and then thread through your gap. Threading the needle. Let's flow back, see if there's a bit more space to play with, and then through. And again, your choice to keep moving or to rest. Could bring a cushion or block underneath your head if that needs more support. Palms might come together as you press the palms. You could stay here or take this top arm to the sky, wrap it around opposite hip crease. You could stay here or take top arm to the front of your mat. We're doing this last breath. Great. And then bringing the top hand down in front of your face. Slowly unravel. It might be nice to take a little bit of free movement here again, once again with the spine. And walking your hands a little bit further forward if you wish, keeping your hips over your knees, you might start to soften your elbows, let your heart sink through your chest, and bring your face towards the mat. So the heart melts, drips, pours towards the earth, just for a couple of breaths. Amazing, and then press down through your hands, lift your head, come onto your forearms now. Walk your knees back, lower your pelvis, and see how you feel in this upright position with your elbows just ahead of your shoulders. Feet slightly apart, softening through the buttocks and the legs if that's comfortable. If not, a little press of the pelvis and energetically pull the elbows towards you. Softening your jaw, your eyes, your belly. Receiving whatever is moving and showing up for you inside you. As well as around you. Great, and then slowly lower back onto the front of your chest. You might want to bring the arms down beside you. You might stack your hands, bringing one ear to the floor if the arms are beside you. Breathing into the space that you just compressed around the kidneys. Swapping ears if that feels good. And then slowly moving onto your back. So there's a few moments here. You might feel that you want to take your knees from side to side. You might come into a twist. You might just bring your knees in for a hug. You might even take your feet towards the sky, wrap your fingers around the outer edges and keep your arms inside your knees. You just start to feel the lower back kind of lengthen out. You've taken this happy baby, press into your hands press to your feet, and feel like you can rock from side to side, maybe move through your legs. The shoulders are heavy. And then at any time, letting go of your feet, doing whatever else you need to do before you can settle, and sending your legs towards the end of your mat, taking your hands out beside you, let the toes fall out, and allow your bones now to get heavy. As your bones get heavy, feeling that energy of Mother Earth rising to meet you here as she holds you. Softening around your jaw, your tongue, your eyebrows. Your spine is held. Allowing you to be at rest in the safety of your own presence, in the safety of your own support, your love and kindness. In the safety of the space that you have created that allows yourself to be held here. And in that space or bubble of love and understanding, of patience, of encouragement, of kindness, may you let one arm fully rest in that, and then the other arm. One leg, and the other leg. Torso and head. Knowing that you can stay here for as long as you wish. If you do wish to move out slowly, you're welcome to come onto your side and round through your spine and spend a few breaths here. If you're staying in Shavasana, please stay. On your side, just recognizing how it feels, this curve. First curve that grew with us in the womb. How it brings you close. brings you in. Just allowing this closeness to tend to any needs, any parts of the body that requires attention. And the top hand might slowly come in front of your face to gently press you up into a seated position. If you're staying, please stay. If you're sitting, your hands might come to your heart space, palms together or on your chest. Bringing the eyes in one last time. Recognizing the beauty of this spine, of what it does for us, what it provides us with. This opportunity to stand upright, a place of connection not only of the limbs, but of the energy inside and outside of us. This gorgeous river or ladder, however you see it. But a reminder that we have our own back always. Not only that, but we have the power, the strength that fills the space, the front of the body, around the spine. Sitting in your power for the last few breaths. It's all here. Everything we need. Not dependent on anyone, anything else. You may remember to check in here first. I'm just going to bring my thumbs to the space between my eyebrows and bow forward towards you in recognition, in honor, in gratitude of the oneness, the sameness that we share, and the light that exists in you and I and everyone else around us. May we treasure that. May we always remember that. Our connection with all. Bringing yourself back into a comfortable position. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel still in your Shavasana. I don't want to talk for long. But if you require any more information, check the Park Yoga website. If you want to donate, www.parkyoga.co/donate. Find the link below. And tune in again next week. There'll be another teacher here from somewhere else in the world. But from Minehead, West Somerset, to you, take care, have a gorgeous weekend, the rest of your weekend, and hope to be in contact with you at some point soon. Namaste.